Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we are discussing my top 5 favorite scenes of Ninjago Season 10, March of the Oni. Despite Season 10's many shortcomings, there were several scenes that really stood out in good ways, and today we're going to check those out. Ninjago's worst villain had one of the coolest introductions of the series. What I really love about this scene is how mysterious and powerful it makes the Omega seem. The Omega doesn't speak a word of dialogue here, but we can see from this scene that he is truly powerful. I really love how his staff just appears out of nowhere and destroys Garmin's sword, but I also love the pace of this scene. It's pretty slow. We see the fog slowly roll out over the room. We see the ninja watch, visibly horrified, and also the music and chants in the background give this really ancient feel. Overall, a fantastic introduction. Season 10 does really well in terms of emotions, and we see some great stuff when Lloyd and Garmin return and find out that Cole is presumably dead. I love the way Lloyd's reaction to grief is portrayed here. I think overall this part of the scene has a very somber feeling, but the great part is when Lloyd scolds Garmin for basically not caring. And yeah, he may not be an antagonist anymore, but he is still very much soulless. I love the contrast between Garmin and the ninja team, and I think this is a very valuable scene, because it definitely kickstarts Garmin's redemption in this season. Cole's fall is a pretty memorable scene from this season. Ultimately, this story is criticized because the way that this fall was resolved was pretty awful. I fully agree with that, however, this fall scene itself was still very good. The choice to use silence here is perfect, because it puts a lot more emphasis on the reactions of the characters themselves. Each ninja reacts differently here. Kai is emotional and wants to go back, Zane comes to terms with what's happened, and Nia, of course, feels guilt. I also like the choice to slow the scene down because it makes each detail matter. Cole's fall is a fantastic look at how mistakes and actions, even those that may be unintentional, can have devastating consequences. It's a shame that the rest of the season didn't follow through with this. This scene though set up a lot of potential, and because of that, it's still very good. Season 10 had a ton of flaws, but the one thing it nailed, and I wouldn't change a single thing about him in this season, was Garmin. Season 10 sees Garmin change from apathetic and soulless to having a basic level of humanity and empathy. This is how a redemption arc should be. In the cases of Garmin Season 2 and Moro, they just instantly turn good, and that's not very interesting. Here though, they're really expanding the character. I love Garmin's inner conflict here. He is genuinely struggling to understand the ninja's sense of love and family towards each other. This scene makes it clear that Garmin doesn't fully understand yet, but he is on that path. And one thing I really like about this season, in hindsight, is that it doesn't completely try to change Garmin, but rather it just starts his journey. I also think Vinny's speech is overall a really nice affirmation of the ideas and values and themes that Ninjago is about. I also really like the music. Again, a trend with basically all of these scenes. The music is very reflective and peaceful and definitely complements the mood here. This is such a powerful scene and a very important one for Garmin's character arc. However, there is one better. The Tornado of Creation is my favorite scene of Season 10. Okay, hear me out. This scene makes very little sense in the context of the story. It makes no sense that this tornado could kill the entire Oni race. However, this scene itself is fantastic. Similar to Cole's fall, my problem is with the aftermath, not the scene itself. But yes, I think a big part of why I enjoy this scene is, of course, the music. The music is really triumphant. It just has a very grand feeling, and I think it's very fitting of a finale. I also like how this scene shows the continued journey of Garmin and how he's initially hesitant to join in, but he decides that it is worth saving Ninjago. This is a great final part for Garmin in this season and very nicely captures his inner conflict yet again. In general, this scene is a great representation of teamwork and cooperation. We see the ninja come together one final time to defeat the forces of darkness. And I also really like the decision to include Garmin too, because even though he's not a hero, he is such a core part of Ninjago, and this scene embraces that. Overall, I love this scene. It's very powerful, has a ton of energy, and I think overall it's just composed really nicely. And that is all for this video, and hopefully it won't take another year for the next video in this series to release, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know. Share your top 5 favorite scenes of Ninjago Season 10, March of the Oni below, and I'll see you guys next time.